Hello friends, myself Sunil Kumar Jadhav, Principal of CC Shah Sarvajanik English High School. Here in this video we are going to discuss about one important chapter of Mathematics Standard 9, that is chapter number 15, Probability. So let us begin with this chapter. Probability, the name itself indicate chances. While there are some chances, we say that there is probably a raining. It will be probably a rain today. That indicates the chance of raining. It is uncertain. Either it would be or it would not be. It depends upon our past experiences. When such kind of weather occurs, we can say there was a raining, so it might be the chances of raining today also. So this is what probability. Let us begin with chapter number 15, probability. The words probability, doubt, most probably, chances, all this used involve an element of uncertainty. While there is some uncertain things, we are using this term, like we say that there is probably raining. We can say, I doubt that he will pass the test. Most probably Kavita will stand first in the annual exam. There are chances of raising of the price of petrol. This is what the terms we are using. So all this term, probability, doubt, most probably, chances, all this are used for uncertainty. Probability is such a chapter which indicates itself uncertainty. Though probability started with gambling. This is first time started with the gambling, but it has been used in different field of science and mathematics, that is physical sciences, commerce also we are using, biology, medical sciences, weather forecasting, statistic, and many more. These are the field in which we are using the term probability, or we can say the concept of probability. That means the probability is very important topic of mathematics in this regard. So learning of this probability is very much important. Let us begin with the introduction. Probability and experimental approach. You may have discussed little bit things about the probability, might be in the earlier standard. You have had a glimpse of probability when you performed the experiment like tossing of coin or throwing of dice. At that time we observe their outcomes and you say that how many heads and how many tails you got while you are doing this experiment. This is what the probability, it is an experimental approach. You will learn to measure the chance of occurrence of particular outcomes in the experiment. First we'll discuss how the probability has been started in a history. The concept of probability developed in a very strange manner. In 1654, a gambler, Chevalier Desmarais, approached the well-known 17th century French philosopher and mathematician Blaise Pascal regarding certain dice problems. Pascal became interested in this problem, studied them and discussed them with another French mathematician, Pierre de Fermat. Pascal discussed the problem with Pierre de Fermat. Both Pascal and Fermat solved the problems independently. This work was it is a beginning of the probability theory. The first book of the subject was written by Italian mathematician J. Cardan. The title of the book was Book of Games of Chance, what we have discussed just now. It is published in 1663. So this concept of probability has been started in the very old era, and that is 1663 this book was published. Notable contributions were also made by mathematicians, that is J. Bernoulli, P. Pascal, P. Pascal, P. Laplace, that is A. Markov, and A.N. Kolmogorov. These were the mathematicians who were contributed in the field of this probability. Now let us do an activity and try to understand this probability. Take a coin and toss it 10 times. We will take the coin tentatively, we will toss it and we will try to get the possible outcomes. We will try to get the probability of getting a head and probability of getting a tail. How many times? We will take the coin and toss it for 10 times. Let us see. You know about the coin. In coin, normally we are calling this as the tail, and this part we are considering as head. We will do the experiment for 10 times and we'll try to get the outcomes. Let us do it. Let us toss the coin. You can see first time we got head. So I will write it here how many times we got the head. Head, and here I will write it tail. We got it one time. Again we'll do it. This time we got tail. So one mark I will do it here. One. Again third time. Again I got the tail. I will do one more mark in the tail. Again I will toss the coin. This time I got head. Mark here. Again I will toss the coin. Again head. 3 marks in the head. You can see again head. So I will one more mark in a head. Again head. This is 5 marks. Again head. That is 6. We have done it for 8 times. Again we got head. Again we got head. You can see we did this experiment for 10 times, out of which we got head for about 8 times and tail for about 2 times. So if we wanted to find out the probability of getting head, then the formula will be number of times the head comes. We have done this experiment for 10 times, out of which how many times we got head? That is 8 times, divided by total number of times the coin tossed. If we will write it here, then we can write it total number of times the head comes. How many times head comes? It is 8. So we can write it 8. And how many times? The number of times we toss the coin, that is 10 times. So it would be 8 by 10. So it would be 0.8. 8 by 10, that is equal to 0.8. Probability of getting tail, that is number of times tail comes divided by total number of times the coin tossed. How many times we did? We did it for 10 times. So I will write it in the denominator, that is equal to 10. And number of times the tail comes, we already find out how many times, that is 2 times. So that is 2. We can write it, that is equal to 0.2. This is one of the experiment we did, that we tossed the coin for 10 times, out of which we got head for 8 times and tail for 2 times. As per that, probability of getting head, as per the formula, number of times the head comes, that is 8. Total number of times the coin tossed, that is 10. So it is 8 by 10, 0.8. Probability of getting tail in the same event, that is number of times the tail comes divided by total number of times the coin tossed, that is number of times tail comes 2 upon 10, that is 0.2. This is what the experiment we did for the one time. The same way, if we will go for same experiment for again 10 times, again 10 times, again 10 times, you can try it at home. For 5 to 10 times you can do this. Toss the coin for 10 times and write the total number of times head you got and total number of times tail you got, and on the basis of that you will get it. The probability of getting head and tail will be nearer by 0.5. Sometime it is happening that all 10 times it must be head or tail, but most probably if you will repeat this experiment, probability of getting head and probability of getting tail would be nearer by 0.5. But as we have discussed, it is the experimental probability. So on the basis of the experiment, whatever outcomes we got, that only we need to write it. So I hope you understood. That is probability of getting head is equal to what? Total number of times the head comes and total number of times that coin tossed. That is what we got, 0.8. And same way for tail we got it 0.2. So from this we should get one of the important formula to find out the experimental probability. Let us see that particular formula. Experimental probability is also known as empirical probability. Remember this term. Experimental probability is also called as the empirical probability. In standard 9, we are only going to learn about the experimental or empirical probability. and in standard 10 you will learn about the theoretical probability. This is what the difference in standard 9 and 10. So this chapter will be repeated in standard 10 also, but here we have learned about the experimental or empirical probability. In standard 10 you will learn about theoretical probability and the formula will be different. But what is the formula to find out the experimental or empirical probability? The formula will be, we can write it in this way, PE. It means what? I have written P in a bracket, it is E. Probability of any event. I have written E for the event. Probability of event is equal to number of trials in which event occurs. I write it, event occurs. Number of trial in which the event occurs divided by the total number of trials. As you can compare with our activity, the formula PE is equal to number of trials in which event occurs. As we saw, the probability of getting head, this was our event. So what we say, number of trials in which the event occurs. What was the event? Head. So we say number of times the head comes, and divided by the total number of trials. How many trials we did? Total number of times we have tossed the coin. That is what our trial was. That is we did, that is tossing the coin. So number of times that coin tossed. So general formula of probability, that is probability of any event, is equal to number of trials in which the event occurs, either it is head or tail, and divided by total number of trials. This is what we have discussed about coin, that is tossed the coin. Similar way, if we will toss the dice or we will roll the dice, at that time what would be the probability? You know, there are 1 to 6 number printed on the dice, that is in a form of dot. So while you will roll the dice, at that time you will get it either 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6. If you will roll the dice for 10 times, say for example, so what you will write? Probability of getting any event. We'll consider probability of getting event, that is what, getting number 1 on the dice. That is number of trials in which the event occurs divided by total number of trial. If we'll roll the dice for 10 times, you need to write it 10 in the denominator. Suppose you will get 1, that is number 1 for 2 times, it would be 2 by 10. If we were discussing about the probability of event, that is to get number 2. Suppose out of this 10, number 2 is getting for 3 times, that is 3 upon 10. Similar way, suppose number 4 you are not getting any time, that is out of 10 trials, roll the dice for 10 times, out of that 4 has not been getting in a single time. So what will be the probability of that event getting 4 on the dice? That is 0 upon 10. So that would be equal to 0. So this is how, on the same formula, you will find out the empirical or experimental probability. So remember this formula very well. This is the only formula by which you have to solve all the sums in standard 9. That is probability of event E is equal to number of trials in which event occurs divided by the total number of trials. I hope you understand this formula. Remember this formula, on the basis of which you have to solve the sums. That is from the exercise as well as given in the example. In next video, we will see some important point related to probability, and we will solve our exercise 15.1. So keep watching this video. I hope your concept, that is basic concept related to probability, must be clear. Probability is very easy chapter. Mostly our students find it very easy and scoring the out of marks in this particular chapter. So I have started this chapter. Actually this chapter is from the month of July, but I have started this chapter because the student can score good marks in this chapter and can pass the exam easily, even in the annual exam. So the formula you have learned. In next video we'll see important points related to probability as well as sums from exercise. Keep watching the video. Thank you so much.